Roger Federer. He is the baseline for elegance in men's tennis. 20 Grand Slams, over 1,000 tour match wins, over 300 weeks at world number 1. Those numbers matter, but they do not explain the way he played. Federer moved before opponents decided where the ball would land. His forehand could open the court in a single motion. His one-handed backhand gave him angles most players do not try. He attacked the net with timing that looked improvised but was actually exact. Federer managed speed and calm in equal measure. He never rushed a point yet could finish a game in 3 strokes. He trained like a classical athlete and kept form into his late 30s. Fans remember Wimbledon first, but his range touched every surface with style. Off-court he carried a quiet charisma that sponsors and fans trusted. He handled pressure in finals like a mechanic handles a tune-up, methodical, exact. A small fact many miss. Federer learned to move his hips before he learned footwork drills. That habit made his balance feel natural and his transitions instant. He ended large parts of matches before adversaries fully understood what happened. Federer did not shout to prove dominance. He showed dominance in rhythms. Rafael Nadal. Power and obsession built his game. 22 Grand Slams, including 14 on clay. Those clay numbers are not a stat to admire. They are a monument. Nadal hits with immense topspin that turns flat balls into high arcing missiles. His left-handed play creates tactical angles opponents rarely face. He is naturally right-handed but trained to play left-handed as a child because his uncle believed it produced a stronger forehand matchup. That choice shaped everything. Nadal runs the ball down and then adds depth or angles until rivals run out of points. He is a baseline warrior who also moves forward when the chance appears. He treats endurance as a tool and pain as an opponent to outsmart rather than complain about. Injuries have been constant, and he keeps returning like a machine with human effort. He has a pre-point ritual that seems religious, yet it focuses him. People talk about his intensity, but the real force is his ability to change a match by shifting one variable: spin, height, placement. That single change can flip momentum. Nadal is not about elegance. He is about control turned violent. Novak Djokovic. He is the solution to modern tennis. 24 Grand Slams and a record for retrieving impossible balls. Djokovic builds points by removing options from the opponent. He returns hard, deep, and precise, often leaving attackers without the next angle. Movement defines him: low balance, explosive recovery, and a neutral stance that converts defense into attack in one motion. He reads opponents ahead of rallies and then punishes hesitation. Djokovic rehearsed resilience in awkward settings. As a youth, he sometimes trained on makeshift courts, including a drained pool, which taught him to adapt. He does not rely on a single weapon. His backhand is both defensive and finishing. His mental game is surgical. He pressures opponents with calm more than anger. Djokovic avoids wasteful risk and then exploits small mistakes ruthlessly. Off court, he is meticulous with diet, recovery, and stretching routines that extend his peak. He has long runs at number 1 because he maintains consistency when others falter. People debate his personality, but they cannot debate the way he shapes match flow. Djokovic is a chess player in running shoes. Carlos Alcaraz. The younger phenom who forces the present to change. Wins came early and did not stop. Multiple Grand Slams, including breakthrough wins at the US Open and Wimbledon, both before he turned normal expectations into old news. Alcaraz mixes raw power with improvisation. He will sprint forward, slice a return, and then finish with a big forehand in the same rally. He can play like a veteran or explode like an 18-year-old in the same set. That unpredictability creates constant problems for opponents. He trains hard and plays with creative instincts as if they are part of his conditioning. Another detail that matters: he breaks racket strings more than most top players because of the ferocity behind his swings. His coaching under Juan Carlos Ferrero gave him structure, but his flair remains uniquely his. Alcaraz handles big moments without panic. He will gamble for the shot that ends the point and often make the gamble look inevitable. That mix of fearless offense and crisp defense makes him the immediate heir to the era, not a copy of a previous champion. He does not play to be liked. He plays to win and to make matches feel electric. Jannik Sinner. Sinner is the quiet technician who grows through repetition. Calm face, flat strokes, heavy ball. He does not demand attention with gestures. He demands attention with consistency. Sinner won the Australian Open in a period when few expected it, and his record shows how fast he improved. His backhand is flat and penetrating, a weapon that ends rallies without flash. He keeps movement economical, which reduces errors and increases longevity across long matches. Off-court, he avoids noise. He does not chase social media clout and focuses on training blocks that improve endurance and precision. He read physical limits early and then expanded them with conditioning that rivals the best. Where other players swing for one spectacular shot, Sinner chooses the sequence that forces that spectacular shot into a predictable finish. He is efficient, not dramatic. Opponents struggle because his pace arrives with few cues and fewer mistakes. Sinner's development accelerated after he changed routines to include more repeated rally patterns rather than random play. That repetition made his instincts quick and his decision-making near automatic. He will not explode in theatrics, but he will grind through long sets and end matches with the kind of consistency elite coaches count on. Andy Murray, a counterpuncher turned tactician at 3 Grand Slams, 2 Olympic golds, and a career built through pain management and analytical depth, Murray reads the game better than almost anyone of his generation. He breaks rhythm, exposes timing, and forces players to earn every single point. His movement used to be elastic, flowing through long rallies until frustration cracked his opponents. When his hip collapsed, his will stayed. He rebuilt his motion, accepted slower reactions, and still turned rallies into logic problems. Murray plays tennis like a puzzle, each shot placed to provoke a certain response, then punished. His defensive lobs, angled passes, and disguised drops remain underrated weapons. He talks to himself mid-match, not as distraction but as recalibration. Murray's humor hides an obsession with detail that defines his survival. Off-court, he spoke for underdogs and demanded equality across genders and prize money long before it became mainstream rhetoric. He carries British pressure without complaint. After decades of national hunger for a champion, his legacy will not be the number of trophies. It will be the intelligence that transformed how modern defense could outthink offense. Daniil Medvedev. Daniil Medvedev is a defensive machine built for counterattack. His body moves awkwardly yet covers more space than seems possible. Medvedev plays like an algorithm that adjusts mid-point. His flat strokes land deep, denying opponents time to prepare. He frustrates big hitters by returning serves from meters behind the baseline, then sneaking inside it without warning. He breaks rhythm with unpredictable geometry. Balls struck early, late, side-spun, or blocked dead. His serve is heavy, but the real weapon is anticipation. He calculates. He provokes mistakes. Daniil absorbs pace and reflects it like glass. Medvedev thrives on chaos. He turns heckling crowds into motivation. His mind holds patterns. He remembers sequences, not points. On hard courts, he becomes almost invincible, manipulating rallies until pressure suffocates rivals. His return position might look illogical, but it removes pace and forces servers to change aim, losing rhythm. Medvedev is not here for beauty. He is here for a function. His sarcasm off court hides an analytical core. Alexander Zverev. A balance of height, serve, and control. 6'6", yet capable of rallying with baseline players built for movement. Zverev's serve can dominate entire sets when tuned. His two-handed backhand is one of the cleanest in modern tennis. It cuts through rallies and finds precision at full stretch. But Alexander's career rides on rhythm. When confidence flows, he looks untouchable. When it fades, double faults appear. His game demands focus, and he often finds it in key tournaments. Olympic gold proved that his composure can return underweight. Off-court setbacks, including injury and controversy, could have broken him. Yet he rebuilt himself, adjusted footwork, and returned to top form after tearing ankle ligaments in a Grand Slam semifinal. His style is not flamboyant, it is disciplined. His control from the baseline makes his height look irrelevant. He can rally with smaller, faster players and overpower taller ones. He stands between generations, linking the past's baseline endurance and the new era's aggression. Stefanos Tsitsipas. A classical striker born in a digital age. One-handed backhand, full of flair, looping through heavy topspin and wide arcs. He grew up watching Federer, but his spirit carries something ancient, shot-making for aesthetics as much as function. Tsitsipas builds points with creativity, sometimes a genius, sometimes chaos. His forehand is explosive, designed to finish points quickly. He takes risks early, forcing momentum rather than waiting for it. On clay, he thrives, constructing rallies that twist angles open until the final lateral drive feels theatrical. Critics call him inconsistent. The truth is simpler. He plays through emotion. His confidence powers his strategy. When energy dips, shot selection follows. Yet his ceiling remains high enough to threaten every major. His serve adds free points, but his mind defines his matches, flowing between brilliance and drift. Off court, he speaks philosophically, posting reflections that mirror his play. Sincere, sometimes erratic, always searching. Tsitsipas represents artistry at war with analytics. He can lose shape or summon it with the same swing. That unpredictability makes him magnetic and maddening in equal measure. Nick Kyrgios, the sport's chaos generator. Few athletes in any field divide audiences like he does. When focused, Kyrgios owns raw talent that borders on supernatural. His serve is thunderfast, precise, impossible to read. His forehand rips through the court like a whip. He can hit drop shots, tweeners, and lobs in the same rally without hesitation. He improvises with intuition, not structure. Critics see laziness. Supporters see genius rejecting formula. Kyrgios admits he does not love tennis the way others do. He loves the show. Yet that show often delivers brilliance. Traditional systems cannot teach. He beats legends with unconventional tactics, shortened points, low slices, unpredictable serves. Kyrgios controls tempo like a drummer switching pace mid-song. When motivated, he dismantles elite players through variety and serve mastery. Off court, mental battles define him more than results. He speaks openly about depression, pressure, and the contradiction of fame without peace. Kyrgios is not consistency. He is volatility with talent too large to define by ranking. That's the thing about tennis. Every player has a different kind of crazy. Some burn out, some evolve, and some just keep rewriting what greatness looks like. You can't fake toughness out there. You either survive or you fold. That's tennis. No excuses, no teammates, no hiding. Every shot tells the truth.